Batman Arkham City Escape the board game. This is a game taken from a video game, as I'm sure you're aware of. Actually played the first video game in the series and I quite enjoyed it, but it was one of the last video games that I played before I stopped playing video games altogether and I started concentrating and I became serious about board gaming, which I just enjoy so much more. In any case, here we have a new board game that is sure to attract some attention because of Batman, because of the video game, and I want to unbox it with you today. There isn't much information about this game available yet, and maybe you'll be curious to see the components. First thing I have to say is that this box is huge. This is massive. It is one of the biggest boxes that I have in my collection. It's at the level of Das Tactics, the original set, not the revised core set. Just to give you a comparison, this is the size of a regular trade paperback. This is the new expansion of Smash Up, which is pretty much the size of a small game. This box is gonna take a lot of space on my shelf, so I expect to find a ton of awesome components, miniatures, a Batmobile, 3D replica of Gotham City. I mean, there has to be a lot of stuff in here to justify such a box, right? Let's see what we got. Well, first we have a lid that is stuck. Then, when the lid moves, we have a rule book. Hallelujah. I always like to have one. It usually come in handy when you're trying to learn the game. Not too long. Illustrations. So I think this is going to be easy to learn. I hope it is well organized. Okay, this is something that starts being. This is something that looks a little stranger. Well, we have a Batman utility belt. I see here, which I'm gonna punch for you in real time. Look at this. Batman utility belt. And then we have this Batman guy. And then we have this very large area for just some small Batman tokens. Of course, I have no idea what these are for yet. The board seems huge, which better be. It is pretty huge. Of course, it could be stored in a much smaller box simply by cutting it here and then folding it here. And this is not the biggest mounted map that I've seen. I don't know what I think about all the details in the background and then this grid here, very abstract grid of X's on top. It just doesn't seem that the grid and the background blend very much. But let's look at the box. Okay, maybe my copy they forgot to put something, because this box, as big as is, is almost empty. There are three. No, this is really, there must have been a mistake. You know, when they packed my copy, there are 3 decks that can be stored, and there's very deep holes. And there is a card. I don't know yet if this regular card, maybe a promo card, and an empty baggie. So a little stand, which I imagine will make my Batman miniature stand like that, and some custom dice. Alright, I guess that this unboxing video will last much less than I thought, because there is much less stuff in the box than I expected. So my first thought is that the box is really unexcusable. This game could have been stored in a much smaller box, much more convenient to store. I guess that they wanted to have massive visual impact in game stores and bookstores and big places where games are sold, even though those are not game stores. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna mention the names because I'll be doing free advertisement. But let's see if, I don't know, let's open one of these thingies here. One of these decks. Not easy to open, but not even too hard. These are combat cards. Illustration, I saw clearly, or they appear computer generated. Are they? Yeah, they do look like they come from the video game. Okay, a lot of cards have the same illustration, but there are also some unique illustrations. The visual quality seems good. It seems like there's just an illustration, number factor, and some instructions. At least these cards don't look cluttered, they don't look busy, they look like they're gonna be pretty functional. And overall, even though there are several multiples, they look good. Enough for my unboxing today. Stay tuned, and I will soon be able to film a video review about gameplay of Batman Arkham City Escape.